Today we're going to be interviewing Amanda, who is part of the Epicurean staff at school. Okay, so our first question is, what makes Epicurean a sustainable dining group?
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Like online we read that Epicurean was like a sustainable dining group, and like we were wondering what makes a dining group sustainable versus unsustainable.
So a lot of our stuff is fresh, and it's local farms that we get most of it. And a lot of, when you go to the grocery store, you find a lot of vegetables and fruits in cans. None of our stuff comes from a can. The only thing that really comes from a can is the tuna that we used to have at the tuna bar, at the salad bar. So that's what makes us more, I guess, better than other dining areas, And then, of course, we're honest about everything that we have a pledge actually that hangs up over there that tells you everything that we're honest about and what we use and the whole 9 yards.
Okay, our second question is, to what extent do you feel as though Crystal students know where their food comes from? I feel like we feel that Crystal students don't really think about how their food is processed or where it comes from, but how do you feel about that from your perspective?
I don't think a lot of them, as you guys, a lot of them don't know where it comes from. But I know I've spoken to a lot of students because they do, you guys do all projects on this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I meet with a good majority of you guys,
really?
But a lot of kids, they don't really ask questions. They don't ask oh, where was this from? Or, so.
What kind of projects do people do?
This year we had the 6th graders. They were doing, they got a list of me of all the menus and everything like that to see what kids like the most. They were doing the Earth Science projects or something like that, where they were trying to, better the environment and there's so many, I can't even name them all, to be honest. The last 3 years that I've been here, it's been everybody just asking questions, So I can't really pinpoint how many it is, but there's a lot.
So at least people are asking you some things about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then where specifically does Crystal get its produce from? Do you work closely with any farms?
So we get it from Galley Produce, and they get all of their stuff from local farms. They actually said, I could give you guys the list actually. I can get the list from them of where the farms are exactly, and they're obviously all local. I think the furthest they may go is maybe Stockton area, but everything else is local.
Yeah.
I can get you guys the list though if you guys want.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. How does Epicurean decide where to source food? You kind of touched on the criteria, but are there any specific criteria about that?
No, really. I mean, most of it's all needs to be refrigerated and whatnot, so we really know where most of it's supposed to go when we get it in.
Do you prefer getting it from organic and sustainable farms versus larger farms?
Personally, I would, because organic is better. There's not a lot of, not pesticides. I don't want to say pesticides, but there's not a lot of chemicals that they use on it. It's all organic,
Yeah.
So I personally would love to use more organic, but sometimes the organic's hard to get, especially now. Everything is special order. We have to wait weeks to get the stuff in. So before, Jaime was using a lot of organic items for you guys to eat.
Do you think your and your team's work in the kitchen and beyond is adequately recognized by the Crystal community?
Yeah, absolutely. I get all kinds of little cards from the faculty. When we did the bridge program, it wasn't last year, but the year prior, they gave us a lot of little cards that said thank you for making the food. And then when I do the what's hot, what's not with you guys. You guys
Yeah.
always are honest with that, thank God. So,
Okay. Well, yeah. Another question that we had was, what can our community do to further educate ourselves on food production and distribution? Like either within the Crystal community or just like in our area. Do you have any thoughts?
just ask more questions, really. You know,
Yeah.
don't be shy. I don't bite. I really don't. I'm really nice. So I just say ask more questions, really, you know. If you're ever thinking of something like, you know, where does this come from? Just come up and ask me. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I won't lie.
And then what change would you like to see in Crystal's general attitude towards food?
To be honest, nothing. You guys eat so well. You really do. And a lot of the boys like to come back for seconds, you know, because of sports. I mean, even some of the girls do too. So, I mean, yeah, there's nothing really I can complain about. I mean, just bear with us if we run out, you know, it's because we're feeding so many. I mean, of course we have backup, but it's like, you just give me some time because we stock it all.
Yeah. Okay, this is more of just like a fun question.
Okay.
But do you have like a favorite meal that we either like make or eat here? Or what's your
Shoot,
favorite?
There's so many that you guys like. I'd probably say, I think we just had one this week. What was it? Like the Mongolian beef and like the chicken teriyaki. That's I love serving that to you guys because you guys just wipe us out completely. So that's probably like probably my favorite ones to make for you guys because I just see you guys so excited when you walk in. Oh my God! I'm like, yeah. So I try to make the menus to what you guys like. You know?
Yeah.
I try my hardest,
Thank
but I also
you.
try to do new things too.
Yeah.
You know, because having the same options over and over and over again, that's boring.
Yeah.
So I like to throw new things in, but that's why I do the what's hot, what's not. You know, to see what you guys want differently.
Yeah, that's a good system.
Yeah.
Okay, well those are all our questions. Thank
Yay.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.